This is 5 on your side at 4. Focused on you.
We begin at 4 in storm alert. Severe weather is popping up across our region with parts already seeing lightning and hail. We want to thank you for joining us. I'm Brent Solomon. Kay Quinn has the day off. Weather First Chief Meteorologist Scott Connell tracking the storms as they move in. Scott, what are we in for tonight?
Well, it's definitely a stormy afternoon and stormy evening for many of us. Here's the thing. We've had very, very intense thunderstorms north of St. Louis for the last 2 or 3 hours, and now we're starting to see them out farther to the west. So the areas we're continuing to watch are these areas north of St. Louis where there's been some hail. There's been substantial rainfall and flash flooding ongoing now across parts of Macoupin and Montgomery counties, and now new development out here to the southwest. So our first severe thunderstorm warning that's been in effect, northern portions of Pike County in Missouri, and that's for the hail. But you see there's smaller hail and torrential rain still falling as you head farther east across Greene County, northern Jersey County, areas that have seen this over and over, and the flash flood warning in effect for a good chunk of Macoupin County and most of Montgomery County, where 4 to 5 inches of rainfall has come down in those areas, and that's certainly causing problems. And of course, it's the day when everybody's traveling and on the roads. Around the immediate metro, not so much so of a problem right now, but we're tracking that storm with a new severe thunderstorm warning on it just out here into portions of Gasconade County. That's moving in towards Mount Sterling and Drake. That may have golf ball size hail. Also going to look at the storm just south of that that's prompted a warning just now issued for the area around and north of Rolla in Phelps County. 2 new severe thunderstorm warnings. The main threat with those, hail, perhaps up to the size of golf balls. Tracy is out in the storm tracker. Tracy, what do you see for us?
All right, Scott. So we are headed out in between Wentzville and Floristel right now. Next up, we're going to head over into Warrenton. Right now, it's just a lot of dark and very looming clouds. We've seen a little bit of rainfall. It's been incredibly spotty. At times, I've looked out at the radar, thought we were going to get some rain. That little area would fall apart pretty quickly. Overall, just some very dark and heavier looking clouds out this way. It is also very windy. That's definitely something else to note right now. And then in addition to all of the weather conditions, it's also quite trafficy out here. So when we do have hail come through, most times people want to go to the underpasses, they want to go to the gas stations. There's definitely a lot more cars on the road right now, so that is going to fill up those very quickly. So do keep that in mind as you are making your way out on the roads today. Certainly a little bit of an increase due to holiday traffic. In the Storm Tracker, I'm Tracy Henson, 5 on your side.
All right, Tracy, we know you'll keep us posted. The Weather First team will keep you up to date on air and on KSDK.com, as well as on the 5 on your side app and streaming on 5+. You can also text the word weather to 314-325-5355. We'll send the forecast to your phone. Right now, we're following breaking news out of St. Charles County. Multiple people there are hospitalized after they were exposed to gas. This was at a water treatment facility. An unintentional release of hydrogen fluoride leaked at the plant, which is along Highway 94 in Augusta, Missouri. As a result, that highway is shut down now about a mile north and half a mile south of the plant. We have a crew live on the scene working to learn more, but right now we can tell you that 4 people are in the hospital and 2 of them are in serious condition.
When they left here, they were conscious and alert, but 2 of them, we believe, had life-threatening potential. The other 2, at the time when they left, that was not the case, but the thing with hydrogen fluoride gas is the symptoms can be late onset.
Carterville police telling us there is no danger to the general public, but a hazardous material team is working to determine the condition at the plant itself. We will have more information for you coming up at 5 and 6, as well as tonight at 10. A troubling trend continues in Soulard. Thieves broke into a bar there for the 3rd time in 6 weeks. In fact, we've told you about several break-ins at Big Daddy's that happened here in recent weeks. Well, last night, the owner says thieves struck again. 5 on your side's Holden Kerwicki caught up with the owners today. He's live in Soulard for us. And Holden, this has to be pretty frustrating for those owners there.
Oh, that's an understatement, Brent. I spoke with John Valiff, who has owned Big Daddy's for the past 25 years, and he said in that time frame the business may have been broken into once or twice, but after 3 robberies in the past 6 weeks, he's concerned that his business has a target on its back. At around 3:45 this morning, Valiff says someone hopped the fence and kicked in a window behind the bar. Once inside, the thieves quickly made their way into the office where they stole cash from a lockbox before carrying the ATM out of the back door and escaping down a back alley. An SLMPD spokesperson told me it's unclear if these were the same suspects that had previously broken into the bar, but they aren't ruling it out.
Too much time on their hands, I guess, apparently, and they obviously have zero respect for other people's property. I know they wouldn't like it if someone did it to them.
Now, representatives from Valiff's alarm company were on hand today trying to figure out what they could do to increase security both inside and outside of the bar. But coming up at 5, here what SLMPD plans to do to try and protect businesses like Big Daddy's from future break-ins. Reporting live in Soulard, Holden Kerwicki, 5 on your side.
A very popular establishment there. We'll be looking forward, Holden. Well, we now know more about a deadly crash on I-270. This is near I-55 this morning. Police tell us 3 people died in a 2-car crash. Missouri State Highway Patrol telling us 2 minors and 1 adult died. This happened around 8 a.m. A driver telling Highway Patrol he had to pull over to check the bed of his truck. A SUV with the 3 people who died then crashed into the truck. Highway Patrol tells us the driver of that truck tried helping the people in the SUV, but it quickly caught fire. The ramp from I-55 north to 270 east remains closed for the investigation. A deadly police standoff in East Alton comes to an end this morning. It all started last night when police responded to a call for shots fired here on Lakeside Avenue. Officers were investigating a bullet hole in a nearby home. That's when they say the suspect opened fire on them, leading to that standoff. Police later found the man dead inside of the home. No officers were hurt. Claims that the 2020 election was stolen continue to circulate. In fact, a Monmouth poll conducted last summer found that roughly 3 in 10 Americans still believe Joe Biden's 2020 victory was fraudulent. Former President Donald Trump is one of the main supporters of that claim, and to prove the claim, he hired experts, including Clinton Block, to find voter fraud. On this week's episode of The Record, political editor Mark Maxwell sits down with him.
The lawyer that I reported to, Alex Cannon, took the summation of my findings, which was there was no voter fraud, brought it to Mark Meadows, and Mark Meadows told the Washington Post he took that message right into the Oval Office.
And you can hear more of that conversation. That's Sunday night, right after Sports Plus. Well, a downtown garden is finally back. The additions you can see tomorrow at City Garden. It's the winning pair. You'll want to see who excelled at the ACT and why it involves a dynamic duo. An emotional moment at City Hall. The proposed move that would honor Asian heritage.